Happy Friday and welcome back to La Vida Baseball. Being Guillén, man, I've got this sweater double XL and I still look large in it. It's all good. Spring training is around the corner. That means one thing. Every team thinks they're going to win the World Series. Every player thinks they're going to be the MVP. Tell me a little bit about what's it like in spring training when you show up, the emotions, like first day of spring training.
Well, everything it was fine. You know what I mean? To me, it was a perfect day because you say hi to everyone. You enjoy it. I remember I have a quote saying, if we love each other in July, August, the way we love each other right now in spring training, that means we're playing very good baseball. Because right now, everything is positive. Even the team, they never think they're going to have a chance. They think about, okay, you know what? We got to go. I just hear Alex Cora saying, it's not about rebuilding, it's about winning. We winning this year. So, well, the move they make, seem like, you know, they try to give back in the future. But right now, everybody, especially when the players show up, everybody show up, you're going to hear everything positive. I kind of like it. I don't like the overdo stuff.
My favorite quote is, he's in the best shape of his life.
Anybody,
any player they say he's in the best shape in his life.
It's good. Baseball's here. That means that good weather is coming.
That's what I think.
That good weather is coming. Teams are very optimistic. Fans will be in the stands in Arizona and Florida, which is great news. For me, spring training means, you know, the ray of hope for teams, unless you're the Orioles. That Fangraph said they had 0% to make. Ray of hope. Because teams have made a lot of good moves and they're excited to see what's out there. But to me, and I used to be in spring training, to me, the first day of spring training does not start till the first full squad workout. Because I always feel like nowadays it's different. You guys, catchers and pitchers there, but I know people in camps already that have been working out for 2 or 3 weeks. Position players. This is not 1992. Guys have been there for a long time now. I mean, obviously, if you live in a cold city weather, why wouldn't you just go?
Zach Greinke said it best. If I knew I could report the last day of spring training, I would have been doing that.
I'd be like Ugurbina. Ugurbina always report 2 days after his birthday. But he's going ready. Well, before I think spring training,
guys got ready.
That thing, the spring training, we still live in 1960 when people had to work in companies and stuff. But right now, players show up in shape. Players show up with better. But no matter how much you work out, no matter how much you lift in weight, how much you run, how much you throw, how much you hit in the cage, the first day of spring training is fun. Second day, you'll be sore.
I'll tell you this much, though.
God.
I consider spring training for 2 different types of people. If you're in spring training and you're watching games, anyone who's got over the number 50, that's not their number, close to the brain, that means they're going to get cut first.
There's a couple 89s in there.
89s means that you're an invite. If you make it to the big league roster, you're an 80s guy, wow, that's awesome. The second part is this. As a Guillén, technically, in my opinion, you only had about 4 spring trainings, okay? Because you come from San Diego. The White Sox are like, you're the starting shortstop.
Yeah.
Maybe that year you're like, you know what I'm saying? No, maybe that year you were like, man, I got to do good. Like in 1991, you were like, no. I got to make this team.
It was a lot of drinking, siesta keys, a lot of oysters.
I asked guys that though, like King Felix having a spring training with the Orioles.
It's a real one.
For him mentally is a real one. Like I gotta prove myself. I gotta make sure the pitchers are there because I'm trying to make a team. When he was with Seattle, he's let's
put it to you this way before we jump into our first topic. Let's put it to you this way. Fernando Tatís is not worried about spring training.
Oh no, he's like, who's gonna take my spot? Imagine the kid in AAA. If the kid's a AAA shortstop.
If you're a AAA shortstop for the Padres and you're good, you say, hey, get me out of here.
Shortstop that gets drafted by the Padres.
By the way, guys,
14 years.
You can ask Gravik, you can ask Paco Martin, you can ask Joe Cora, you can ask everybody around me. And the hitting coach for the White Sox right now, what's his name? Mocochino. I was the nicest guys to be around, taking around. But when I see a guy, I think he was I don't like it.
A bully?
And no, I always straight up say, don't take Rambos as shortstop because
you're not playing
here for next 10 years.
And there was always that guy that rookie says, I'm going to take your spot.
Well, I mean, realistically,
Realistically,
it happened from, for 13 years. But if you were a shortstop coming up in yours, or someone that's behind Fernando Tatís, or a third baseman that's behind Manny Machado, it's really, you're just there to play pro ball, enjoy your time.
make sure somebody else
trade you. Right, a first baseman. Chris Croney, who came behind Frank Thomas.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain positions in certain teams that are up for grabs. And honestly, to all the fans out there, your team is already made up. There's gonna be
that's a good one.
There's gonna be one, maybe two guys. The rosters are 26.
Except that you're the Pirates, Orioles, they're gonna take whoever.
Right.
But I'm saying for him, you only have, what, 1 or 2
Yeah,
spots?
but the Sox, the Cubs, the Dodgers, the Padres, the good teams, the Yankees. There's no surprises.
When,
you know, it's just getting ready for the season. You know who's gonna be on your team.
When we start spring training, I got this thing coming from Terry Bevington. Very honest man. And I kind of like it when you say a guy who has been training about 40 players. Out of those 40 players, we need 2. Okay, that means don't get too high, don't get too low. The best one, we're going to get the opportunity. And I say that when I want man say, hey, the thing is, you look around here,
It's made.
everybody's made. We go to this guy, that guy, and that guy. I'm going to take a look at everyone for a reason. I'm going to play everyone for a reason because you don't play just for the team I was managing, the White Sox. I was playing you more if I know you're not going to make the team. I play you more.
I think if they got your guys
Just
a break
because-
off,
just
breaks.
because besides that, I want somebody to see you.
Yeah, you want to get
And
opportunities to sign you.
I hope Ozuna, I put Ozuna all the time because
you want to make.
I want him to make the team.
Yeah, yeah.
I play
Or you
Alexei.
Or you do the Alex Ramirez that you only play them against like the low hanging.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah, I did it with Ozuna too.
I mean, guys that are coming into new teams for spring training, it makes a difference if you're in year 1 or 2. But if you're already a veteran
So
guy,
let's talk about Tatís right away. Okay, so Tatís Jr. Before we get into any of the conversations, it's probably going to get deep. It's going to get intense. Everyone's got different opinions. Congratulations, kid.
Yes.
You decided that you were going to follow in your father's footsteps. And if it's Acuna that he signs $100 million, if it's Mike Trout, if it's anyone, whatever you think that was right for your family, and you could have signed for 1 year like Trevor Bauer, or you could have signed for 150 years. Okay? No one can judge Tatís Jr. on his decision of getting paid. Okay? He made the decision. For him, I think it's awesome. This guy can now lay back, relax, and worry about playing baseball. $14 million. Here's the breakdown, okay? The argument that I made, okay, this is not talking about Tatís because it's not his fault. It's my fault. It's other media members' fault. We've hyped him up so much, okay, that I think this is why the team gave him a 14-year contract. We got executives out there saying he's the next LeBron James. Like, when
Don't say that.
some guy
Okay, when you make the opinion like that, say the name. Don't say somebody told me. No, say the name.
But if you're an MLB executive,
You don't want that tag
No,
on
I'm
you.
saying no, I don't want to.
I would fire that guy.
I'm the owner. I'm like, is this what this guy said? Because Tatís is good and
Yes,
he shows a
very
lot
good.
of potential.
I love the way he plays.
But when you look at his numbers for the first 2 years, okay, he's not A-Rod. And I know you're gonna say A-Rod and steroids. A-Rod was 20 years old, had been in the big leagues already twice, 2 stints. His rookie year, technically his rookie year, where he hit 358, was second on the MVP. If you have those type of years, you say, oh my God, take the chance. But for the Padres that are taking a 14-year chance, okay, and that infield is close now to $1 billion. Let's say this again. The San Diego Padres, okay, I think they're number 27th right now.
27th in the media market.
In media market. So unless they know that fans are coming every day, it's a big commitment from a team that is not a typical big spender, putting themselves in a 14-year run. I'll tell you this much. With 14 years, Tatís better win a World Series now, and he better be a part of a World Series in the second rebuild.
I think the San Diego Padres, kudos to them for putting their mouth where the money is. They spend the money. Great job for Fernando Tatís and his family. Obviously, that's different kind of money, generational money that you could take care of multiple generations. Do I think it's a good baseball move? I don't. Even if we have people saying right now, oh, it's a great baseball move.
No,
it's a great. The only way it's a good baseball move is if Tatís reaches his potential and he's awesome. What do I mean by that? He reaches Acuna, Juan Soto, Mookie Betts, Mike Trout, Christian Yelich. He has to be the guy on his team. Because not only that, he might not even be the best player on his team. He has a guy, another $300 million man. He has Manny Machado. If he turns out to be he's played 143 games.
What's the guy's name in the Orioles?
Who?
Davis?
Chris Davis.
That's why the Orioles are in the situation that they're in right now.
Exactly. Major League Baseball, scratch that, not Major League Baseball. Baseball is a very, 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 very hard sport to play. And it's a very, very hard sport to be successful in. We are judging a guy off a sample size of 143 games. Does he look great? Yes. Is he super athletic? Unbelievable. But this game is very humbling. Guys that have been all-stars, that have been proven players, have struggled during season. If this guy goes out next year or the year after that or even this year and he puts up a 260, hits 21 home runs, drives in 80 runs, that's okay, but not for the amount of money that you're paying him.
Well, be honest with you, God bless him. God bless him because right now, especially he's a Latino guy, God bless him because this kid come from trade, come from a long way. I think
best thing that happened to him, by the way.
he was with the White Sox. Don't worry about it. He
wasn't going to get signed for 14 years.
But the thing is, all of a sudden, you at the face of baseball or one of the face of baseball, you can pay for that. God bless him. I think I like it because of some owners, and you're gonna be like, what are we doing? Because I know the guys, a few players out there, they're not signed yet. Now they say, wait a minute, I'm better
so
than that.
Let's say Lindor becomes the MVP next year with the Mets.
No MVP, they gotta sign them.
I'm just saying though. So there's guys out there, position player wise, that are very
Soto.
Francisco Lindor is going to be a free agent. He just got he's put Francisco Lindor's been to a World Series. He's put up numbers in the American League. Chris Bryant has won an MVP. Carlos Correa is going to be a free agent.
He might be an MVP
candidate. He's going to be a free agent. He's also a shortstop. Been in the postseason. Won a World Series. Gleyber Torres has been in the postseason. Also put up more numbers than Fernando Tatís. If I'm Lindor, I'm saying great job, Padres. Great job, Fernando Tatís, because if he makes $24 million, I'm making 30.
By the way, if that happened to me with Carl Regan.
Oh yeah, I gotta make up this much from Cal.
I said, wait a minute, Carl Regan played 162. I do too. Yeah. If Carl can do this thing, I said, okay, Carl. I said, please, Carl signed for $8 million. I said, I want right behind him. I told Jerry that. I said, you know what? I don't want to make.
Well, he set the. I'm about to say, no,
he set the market.
He set the market, so we cannot get mad when guys are out there. That guys like they're saying, "Oh, Acuna signed too early." No, because if Acuna blows up in the next 5 years and he's multiple MVP winners, somebody will come out and pay him. The part that is dangerous, though, okay, is the market. Is this a bubble? Okay, are teams spending crazy on certain guys? Is this a bubble? Is this going to have a change in the future? Because when we were talking about this in the NBA, we come from the school of like baseball's the best sport. You get paid the best. When we looked at it, like NBA, for example, baseball gets paid the highest by one player.
The top guys. But there's guys in the NBA that's like the backup center making $8 million. Yeah. In MLB, you're making $500,000.
No, but the thing is, NBA, you pay 9 guys. By the way, Ozzy, the problem, I'm worried about it. They might pay 10 players in baseball. Big money here. And the rest of the guy, that's what we got for you. Take it or leave it.
That's what I'm saying.
And they cannot say this is collusion.
Yeah, it won't happen. But so like Eddie Rosario, okay, you got a guy like Eddie Rosario, and I keep bringing him up. The arbitration year, the Twins said you're going to make way too much money for us. They let him go. This guy hit 60-something home runs the last 2 years. So when you're comparing the numbers, it's a big risk. Good for Tatis. The other part of the story is
I think baseball was number, not tweeting.
Well,
it helps. And we talk about this all the time. Trevor Bauer, huge social media platform. Fernando Tatís sold himself. I mean, he was even
Marcus Stroman.
He even played. Tatís was playing on the Twitch on the live. He shows people him playing video games. So these two guys.
Ramirez is also a baby. It's different ways of marketing.
Right, and these my point is that these two guys have used their social media platform and they sold themselves. And if you compare them to other MLB guys that are making less money, these guys haven't done that much.
Can I make an example? And again, I don't want to mention because I hate mentioning him in the show. I really do. Yasiel Puig. Okay? 2015 comes along. I don't know. People have short memories. He gets the cover of MLB The Show. He has a great postseason. People say that he is the next coming of baseball. The next Mike Trout. The next Babe Ruth. They wanted to give him money.
Potential-wise.
But hold on, potential-wise. He's still unsigned today.
Exactly my point. So because you know how many people.
I don't think Tatis. I don't know. Puig. I don't know personal. Never seen it. Never. But what I see, what I read.
I'm just saying the dangers. The dangers when people say the face of baseball.
Of Tatis. Tatis loves to play the game.
Guys, this is not.
By the way, but the face of baseball does not mean.
No.
Derek Jeter was the face of baseball for 20 years. Does not mean that he was not even the top 5 players in the league.
No.
There's guys that
even close.
in the world of baseball, they look at Derek and say, "Hey, you're the most famous. You're not even close to my numbers."
Hey,
Jose Canseco was the face of baseball, and the numbers
He
was
was
not
for
there.
those years, but I'm saying
For a lot of years.
I'm saying that, but when you're looking at that, when you're looking at guys' numbers, Tatís, if he's going to be the face of baseball, we used to make fun of Bryce Harper 3 years ago because he was the face of baseball. We're like, dude, you're not feeling me. You're not Freddie Freeman. You're not Jose Abreu. You're not. I don't know why people forget because people are so in tune with the moment in time. There has been guys like Raul Mondesi, Darryl Strawberry.
You're talking about?
I'm talking Doc Gooden. That they have a good 5 years. Imagine if Gordon Beckham, the first 2 years that you saw Gordon Beckham with the White Sox,
right?
He was better than Fernando Tatís Jr.
Right. Put more numbers.
But look up when people argue it.
My point is this: that baseball is very, very hard. So yeah, he had a good year, whatever. But there's been guys with just as much potential and just as much physical abilities as Fernando Tatís. This is not basketball that they come and they start dominating the NBA. These guys can struggle. So we have seen before in baseball history that it happens.
Tim Anderson.
Look how long it took Tim Anderson to become a batting title.
Let me tell you one
Look
thing.
how long it takes guys with potential.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. When you go and play against any team, Tatís, we're talking about Tatís right now. In the past, they go like, They even talk about Tatís. Oh, Machado. Hey, we got to be careful.
Now they're going to talk about
now, when they see Tatís, they say, that's the way we're going to pitch to him.
Yeah.
You
become, so, again,
the adjustment is hard.
We'll talk about more about Tatís and how this is going to develop.
Please, I'm going to Dominican. Tell you that. I know you done it very well. Can you play a little bit of Presidente for me for free?
Oh, that'd be nice. Actually, Tatís is one of the most interesting Tatís Sr. in Major League Baseball that I've ever been around. So, again, congratulations. We're going to touch on the topic for everyone that's saying that he was dumb for taking money up front. And then
he did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do. Nobody knows anybody else's financial needs. I think it's a normal thing, not only amongst Latino players, but also American players. If someone's going to give me $2 million and I'm 18 years old and I got bills to pay, and they're going to say, hey, you might have to pay me 6, 7, 8% later
That's fine.
Hold on, my agent's not giving me $2 million. I might say I'll fire my agent and I'll keep you.
What Ozzy's talking about is that it's reports out that Fernando Tatís, when he was younger, he made a deal with a company that they gave him money up front, just like Acuna did. These guys don't come from great financial backgrounds, so they take money up front and then they're in debt with the agency later on.
I was trying to do the math between California, taxes, the agency that took $17 million. What this company's claiming,
he's going to clear $100 million.
He'll kill $100 million.
I think he'll be okay.
Obviously, $100 million.
By the way, what's the team that his daddy got fired?
Go buy it.
He can buy them.
Estrella, buy the Estrella and I'll be your man.
By the way, here's the part that's funny though. Word of advice: give Benji Pogoski a call. Great financial advisor.
Yes.
But I'm being serious, kid. Don't spend it all in one place. You could go broke with $100 million.
It's happened before. I'll keep going. Guys that you guys forget about that they're good. They're so good for a while, 5 or 6 years in the primes, and then they fall off a cliff. Ruben Sierra, George Bell. It happens. Injuries can happen. God forbid something happens to his knee. Have you seen this guy play?
I love it.
He's very whoa.
Well, I'm saying
hey, and bias. My favorite play to watch.
My worry about him playing the way that he does is
nobody playing.
No. What I'm saying that when you see guys like Miguel Cabrera, he was never electric. It was just smash. Albert Pujols. So like when you see them play now, is like
it's the same.
No, I'm saying like he just got a little bit slower. Tatis's game is a lot speed. He reminds me a lot of Jose Reyes,
and so
it reminds me a lot of me without talent.
And people out there like, Jose Reyes. Jose Reyes, first 6, 7 years in the league,
one of the best guys ever played
was unbelievable player. What happened as he got older? His legs. If your game is your legs, you get shot. You're done because you don't have that same twitch, and you're not the same player that you were.
Especially at the shortstop.
Now it takes.
I think he ends up playing other positions.
Oh, he's not playing third.
By the way,
and he's not playing first.
By the way, for everybody who's gonna hate this, I said he's not even the best shortstop on that team. People say, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Manny's a better shortstop."
Yeah,
that's why Manny's playing.
Another guy they're bringing up, Lou Manny Rosario, David Wright.
Oh my
unbelievable!
God. Yeah, injuries.
Unbelievable.
Dustin
Pedroia. That's exactly my point. Guys play 5 years. They're unbelievable. Those guys can get that. So now everything has to go perfect.
By the way, they more how do you say, more applause, more
For him.
for Tatís.
Yeah.
And exactly.
By the way,
No,
so
he did what he had to do. The Padres, they're
gonna be
risking.
the
They're
Soros-
risking.
Look at what Giancarlo Stanton. He can't even stay up.
Exactly. So it's like,
By the way, it's either going to be the best signing in
I like it.
baseball
I love
or
it.
the hardest. So the
I love
next
it.
one, the next topic
Good for
is good for Tatís, and we're going to keep talking about it. He's an exciting player. It's going to be a crazy wild run in the West. But the next topic is one that people came out, and I'm sorry, I don't protect or not protect someone because they're Latino, and people always think that, and it's not true because I really could care less what color or where you're from. Zach Britton, one of the best relievers in the game, unfortunately was asked the question about one of his teammates, Domingo Germán. You want to know what Domingo Germán did? Google it. I'm not going to talk about it on the show, his details of what he did. But domestic violence is the word that covers everything.
He did?
So they asked Zach Britton about, what do you think about Domingo Germán coming back? And he said, I don't agree with what he did. I don't think he has a place in baseball. I don't think he has a place in life.
Wow.
Hold on, but they asked Zach Britton his personal question. All that Domingo Germán has to hope for and thank God for is that Zach Britton is not the general manager, okay? 25 guys on the roster. I would put money on that before this, Domingo Germán and Zach Britton were not hanging out together, okay? And Zach Britton is not the only person that thinks about this because the way Domingo Germán did. Domingo Germán has to come into the Yankees clubhouse, and he is going to get a second chance, and I hope he does something amazing with it, and this doesn't have to happen again in his life, but he has to face that pressure. I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. You get caught with steroids, you walk in the clubhouse, guys are like, steroids, like, they don't judge you as bad. You come from the domestic violence, unless they loved you beforehand, guys are like,
isn't Chapman on the Yankees too?
Yeah.
So they all have like a little powwow,
but
they
Zach
all
Britton,
they can all hang out together. So now you know
where he
that
stands.
Zach Britton, Germán, and Chapman. Zach Britton doesn't like you, and like he said, you don't. Let me. For
Why
you guys
did
that
Britton not say that to Chapman?
he doesn't have to.
They didn't but they didn't ask about Chapman.
They didn't ask him.
By the way, maybe Chapman knows. Maybe in the clubhouse, you're like,
let's be honest.
Wait, there's guys that you were teammates with that you like things about their lifestyle.
Of course.
You used to get mad.
Let me tell you something. And people out there that have never been in a big major league clubhouse, a lot of these guys aren't friends. A lot of these guys don't hang out. This is like remember high school. Everyone has their cliques. The little shortstop hangs out with the little Latino. The Venezuelans are here. Latinos. The white guys are here. The black guys are here. That's fine.
Who's the most odd clique friend-wise that you're like, I can't believe these two guys are friends?
Oh man, I don't know. I saw
the AJ Przinsky, David Ortiz ones was awkward.
Was weird, but I also saw.
I mean, with Harold Baines.
You and Harold Baines.
You and Harold Baines.
Wow,
very
that's
weird.
Crazy.
There's certain guys that hang out there. You're like, wow, that's kind of weird to hang out together. But my point is this: I applaud Zach Britton for saying what he feels because he also has to go in the club and say, wow, this guy really he went out public.
By the way, he's got to go. Zach Britton.
And not only that, he's a
human being. Let's say Zach Britton's part of a church, and people in this church are going to say, man, you support those guys? Now you felt like you lied. He gave his words. Doesn't mean that Zach Britton is like the law. He's a bad guy.
No.
By the way,
and that doesn't mean that Domingo Germán, he did what he did.
Hopefully he doesn't do it again.
Hopefully doesn't do it again. But let's. I mean, here on the show, we got to speak honestly. These guys, people think that because one guy doesn't get along, like AJ and Dustin Hermanson never get along.
I have a meeting.
Yes,
for that.
but that's my point. That they work, they're co-workers. It happens. They don't like each other. Like Zach Britton said, my job is to pitch the 7th or 8th inning, and that's it.
Let me refresh this thing. When I was managing, I told the guy, I said, I've been in this game in the crowd for a long time. You can pick your own friend off the field. I don't expect Cornerco went out with River to eat some arroz con pollo.
That doesn't make you a better team.
Burley hang out with me, or you know what I mean? They don't make you a bad guy. But when we walk to this clubhouse, when we wear this uniform, we are brothers, and we fight like a brother. That happened to me. One time I tried to protect AJ, and I hate AJ when he do that. I said, man, and I said, hey, we have to protect AJ. We did it. When a pitcher come up to me and said, I don't like to protect AJ. I said, what? You don't like to protect AJ off the field? But on the field, wear the same uniform? That's our brother.
Well, yeah, and
once you cross the line,
Zach Britton decides to
I'm not playing
because
that's different.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
Then you have a clubhouse issue. But I think as a professional, I've seen guys go fight for guys that they can't stand.
Yes.
Okay. It's nature of the game. There's two things people need to get. Domingo Germán deserves a second chance.
Yes.
Okay. Deserves a second chance at life. Nobody's perfect. Deserves a second chance from the Yankees. Hopefully he takes advantage of it. No one deserves to lose their job. It was his first time offense. So Domingo Germán deserves a second chance, like a lot of guys have in baseball. And Zach Britton is entitled to his opinion.
Yes.
Okay, regardless if he believes in the second chance or not.
Where's the Venezuelan kid with the Philadelphia?
Odubel Herrera.
He's invited to spring training.
Yeah, but they invited a couple weeks ago.
Okay, but that's the difference in ownership. The Yankees ownership sees it as like, we still see value in this guy. We want to help him recover.
That's good. That helped him.
That helped him.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest. For the Phillies with Odubel Herrera, he might get worse as a human being because he's like, oh, now you're not even.
He probably is not going to make the team.
That's what I'm saying though. So like, I wish that they would cut him and let him go play somewhere
right.
else. But so those two guys. And by the way, the guy who's a manager has been around the clubhouse before he even knew that he was a human being. Booney's been in the clubhouse. They'll address this.
Oh yeah,
and by the way, they'll be fine. They'll be high-fiving. They'll be in the bullpen. You know,
and they'll talk.
No, I'm just saying though. It's like you don't like the same music,
but,
so I don't think anything.
And there's a history in this city of there's teammates that don't like each other. Adamine and Todd Frazier was very well documented. It has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with everything. But if you don't like a guy, you don't like a guy. That does not mean that once you cross the lines, like you said, you're not brothers or you're not family, and you do whatever it takes to protect each other. But after the game's over, most of these guys don't really see each other.
That's why you have to have something in common. Hate the ownership, hate the opponent, hate the media, hate the city. Whatever a team has, like hate the manager. Let's play good because we hate the manager.
By the way, I have a big problem with the manager. I know what to name him. I'm very good about naming people. I hate the manager. I give him the job. Oh, I help him to get the job. Oh, someone is acting stupid.
He said, I got you the job, TB, and you've changed.
Yeah,
you're not the same guy anymore.
Yeah, the other son, this guy tried to, you know how much power I have with the
he goes, wrong choice, Ozzy. I got you now.
Then, no, it's okay. But I play for him all year long. And we're not talking to each other.
But you play.
It was my manager.
Okay, my point is this: Did you play less hard?
No,
exactly.
Like this, idiot. Like you make your say idiot.
Yeah, people and there's people that are well documented. And another thing, people are bringing up, people are bringing up the like Ozzy and Swisher. I was in that clubhouse. Ozzy and Swisher never had.
So can I say something?
They never had a problem.
Ozzy's list, okay, of players that he disliked on the field. I don't think Nick Swisher cracks the top 10 on stuff that he did because this is what Swisher. Oh. People don't get this about Swish. Swish kind of hung to himself. He didn't bother a lot of people. The reason what happened with Swish, and I was one of his really good friends when he was on the team.
He just didn't play well.
He didn't play
well. And then they started playing Dwayne White. That's it.
He didn't play well, and the way that he took it rubbed guys in the team the wrong way because he was such a raw guy that when he didn't start playing well, he started pouting and guys on the team. But it wasn't an issue with Ozzy. It was an issue with the guys in the clubhouse, teammates.
Right, okay? Because remember, every team always has.
But Swish never. Even when Ozzy would say, "Swing the damn bat 3-2," like he never said.
Yeah, never had a problem.
By the way, good friends with John Garland. Garland went after Ozzy. Ozzy went after Garland.
Yeah, AJ
Brzezinski, Freddie Garcia.
Yeah, we went after
Justin Hermanson. I'm saying like guys that Ozzy.
I never went after Switcher. Never.
But Ozzy never had any conversation. Orlando Cabrera.
Damaso
Marte. By the way, that's probably the word. Damaso Marte. Ozzy throwing all his locker into the tunnel, and Damaso crying, and then them saying he can come back. He has to apologize to the team. Probably one of the most hardcore things, and people don't even know. And Damaso was like not only Latino. Ozzy loved him.
Yes, I do.
It still loves him. But when people talk about the Switch, I think it was just like after the fact. And by the way, Switch had a great career afterwards. Ozzy said it on Barstool Sports. He says
I was stupidity.
I had to lead him off.
Let him off and played him in center field.
Okay, you know why? Because
I had nobody else.
The stupid scout report said, "Hey, that's what we want to do." I said, "This guy never did that."
So there's no bad blood with Switch. He's one of the funniest guys to be around. Super cool guy. We had the dirty 30. It didn't work out.
He just didn't play well.
And he didn't get along right with his teammates, and it happens. And again, we had guys like Orlando.
Hey, wait a minute. By the way, we got a point in the airplane when the boss turned around and said, when we land, pack, you're not allowed this ball club anymore.
Correct.
Nobody said
no, but that was with the front office. But again, like I think Orlando Cabrera, for example, people that never knew outside the clubhouse.
What he done.
I'm saying how much issues he had with the team.
Before we jump into the next topic, there's two types of players. There's players that go around the clubhouse and they mingle with everybody and they're friendly and they're talking.
Like me.
And then there's guys that are
Don't say
They
anything.
just go there, they do their job, they go home, they don't talk to anybody.
Robin, Ventura, Errol Bain.
So
I can
just
name
go,
a bunch of
the
guys.
people that go do about their business, and there's people that are just friendly and happy-go-lucky. So just like in baseball and like in life, just the exact same way
I
it's in the
hate
clubhouse.
selfish players.
So, and I hate
That's
fake
what
players.
it is.
I love Swisher because he was always the same way. He was Swisher in and out. My dad told him in front of his dad. His dad was, we were in the tunnel in the Cubs stadium and said, I wish you were more like your dad. Like, that's like,
Yeah.
and it was funny because his dad, if you didn't know, was a former player. They had played it with each, but again,
And you know what it does say?
and says, yeah,
You're right.
You're right. I had to live with him. So again, this is the world of baseball. The next two topics are just fun ones.
Please.
One of my good friends, and now everybody knows, which has actually been out for a while. Everyone wants to know if Yoan Moncada is going to be the next Jose Reyes. Okay, this is a hard thing because great dancer. Jose Reyes, the difference is this. Jose Reyes took to music after he was Jose Reyes. I think his music career thing started with the Marlins.
He was boring.
I'm saying he was just like, I'm good. I have money.
With the Marlins,
I think
though.
Reyes is actually pretty good.
But by the way, so Jose Reyes, though, he was a great baseball player.
Awesome.
Music-wise, though, this guy is,
good.
He's awesome. Moncada, though, he's in the middle of his prime, very quietly hitting the billboards up in Cuba. #1 song.
And he was wearing a pink romper.
A romper.
Yeah, it's funny because
When
all
they-
those guys, I don't know why we want to be a musician. I want to be Marquinhos.
No, but because anybody don't know, baseball players.
By the way, Shaq had a song, Phil Was My Father, because my biological one didn't bother. Okay?
Okay, how about this?
Deion Sanders had a song. Frank Thomas.
Kobe.
Big Hurt.
Big Hurt record company.
And
No, about Ruben Sierra.
He's still
Hey, well, he's still singing.
He's still singing.
No.
Is
Victor Manuel can
is
sing.
he getting paid?
No, wait a
Yes.
minute.
Does he
Victor
have?
Manuel-
Okay, hold on. You're okay. One thing that you haven't done, you're not a recording artist.
Oh, don't give him any ideas.
You're-
I might
By
do
the way,
it.
you haven't written a book. You're in the process of doing that. You've made a soap opera.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're an actor.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, damn.
Look
There you
at. I mean,
go.
first of all, let Moncada
I
get this.
love it.
Moncada gets his hair done weekly. It is
Fades.
always.
hourly.
By the way, Freddie Fades is his barber. He watches a fan of the show. We want to actually have Freddie on the show.
Yeah, please.
But
Hey,
Moncada, by the way, here's the thing though.
I'm gonna start the season
Mon-
like that. I'm gonna dress like that and dance.
Moncada's getting paid for this, okay? He's in the billboards. No, people are talking about Moncada. Go TikTok Luis Robert. He's doing it for
Oh,
free.
no.
Okay, so this is my point. So this is a new age. Speaking of social media, some guys have a YouTube channel, Bauer.
Power.
Some guys are on the cover of the MLB The Show, Tatís doing the Twitch. And some guys are reggaeton pop singers in their island.
He's my
So
favorite.
look at that.
I love it. By the
I
way,
love it. I
the
like it.
song, the people that don't speak English, the song's actually really good.
So the song is actually great. So if Moncada goes 0 for 15, please don't hold it against him. The Sox have very
But
entertaining
this
characters.
does not affect
The
the
Sox
player at
have
all.
no, it does not affect the player. I mean, it could take if you start doing bad. It could they talk about
But
this.
This is a bad problem.
The Sox-
I think Moncada, mental wise, and we're talking about mental health with the players. This guy's like a guy that can wear a romper, okay, with glasses
And pull it off.
and dance and do his thing. 0 for 5, he'll be ready the next day.
Okay, have you ever seen Moncada not look good on a baseball field?
No,
His
he's
uniform is always immaculate.
I'm not
I
worried
mean,
about it.
the chains, everything's perfect. The only thing is this, that fans, when you team starts struggling, fans will say, you were out last night till 2 in the morning.
Fans want people.
Okay,
Yes.
by the way, fans in Chicago are weird.
No,
Weird.
they,
Wait. 1980s, 90s, players went out all day, every day.
You guys have drinking problems.
Nowadays,
In the
those
States,
players
by the way,
don't go anywhere.
if you guys ever came out and said stories about the 80s and 90s, this generation would deem you. They might cancel you guys.
Yeah.
They might say from the years of 1965
baseball did
to
exist.
93, baseball did not exist.
So
and they put all
please
these things away.
support Moncada. I don't know if the song's on iTunes,
Support
but
Moncada.
but
Oh,
if
you
you have
need to
not
support.
seen Luis Robert's TikTok, first of
You
all,
have to follow him.
the guy is diesel. I don't have TikTok, but I see him with this guy. The Sox have very entertaining
By the
characters.
way, most entertaining team in the division.
The Sox have I think they have the most entertaining team in the American League.
Correct.
Maybe baseball.
No, because the
man.
Padres,
Padres
the Padres are more like, they're more like Miami. The Padres for me in the West Coast.
more kids too.
Yeah, in the White Sox, they have a lot of. You got Tim, he's vocal. You got Luis Robert TikTok, and you got Moncada. You got Jose Abreu.
We got Kopech.
Who does that? And you have Kopech with the
you got-
Hollywood,
nobody mentions him.
and then you have Tony.
Mama.
Tony
Mama.
coming off a DUI.
Mama.
Oh, and of course, hi mom. So
Well, I might be putting stuff together.
they have taken over in my opinion, they've taken over the Cubs as far as entertainment because Baez is the only one.
They're an entertaining team.
The Sox have.
By the way, their closer like Segura.
And Hendricks is screaming on the mound the first day of the bullpen. He's like, ah. Yeah. And then you have Cease. He's like, oh, don't bother me. I'll get scared. Very entertaining team. They have very entertaining teams. That's why it's very.
Giolito's doing math.
And you got the coach that they just brought in who's supposed to save the world. We got Ethan Katz. I didn't know coaches played now, but apparently they do. So we have very entertaining teams here.
Oh, we got the only coach in the history of the game they're going to retire his number. They might retire his number, Jerry. Why are you going to retire my number? You might retire their Boston number before you retire my number.
So, yeah, hopefully we get 13 out there in those walls.
No, but I tell you.
By the way, the only thing I'm going to tell Moncada is I don't know what 10 means for him. I'm going to text him. Tony La Russa should be wearing number 10.
Nah, but Tony's number is 10. Moncada's got a gold chain that he probably paid $30,000 for that chain.
Okay,
sorry, Tony.
By the way, Tony's like, give me 50K.
Nah, 50K.
Give me 50K for you.
Tony don't care.
Tony's like, I'll wear 22.
T-Bone's like, let's just play well.
Yes.
And let's go save some dollars.
And I'm hoping Tony dyes his hair. It's all
by the way, he looks like a Russo thing. The last topic, and I know he's going to hate it, and we have to mention it. University of Florida. Sad day for baseball. Not for me though, because now we get to have him full time in social media and in the worship world and in analyzing football. Tim Tebow has retired from professional baseball. So I thought that if they don't buy the Mets and they keep the last ownership, Tim Tebow breaks the big leagues and he's in big league camp. Or if they would have been the Orioles. I'd rather see Tim Tebow than whoever's playing.
I tell you what, I bet you, if you're the Orioles, you'd probably sign him.
No, you know what? I'm going to give him a hate. I said, good.
How can you hate him, though?
No,
I don't do anything. He's going to spring training, sitting there hacking.
And he got paid for it.
I tip my hat to him because, he went through a very tough sport. You figure out how hard it is to play baseball. I know the sport is harder because I never played either one.
Baseball's the hardest part.
But I spend more. I don't know. I think golf. Everybody can play golf. To me, is
okay. I have a question. If they asked you and said, "Ozzy, would you come and try to be a professional golfer, and we're going to pay you to be in the tour?" What would you say?
Yes.
By the way, I'm not better than those guys, but
you're par.
I'm better players in golf. They are.
Oh, in baseball for sure. But
what this happens is that basically because of who he is, he got the opportunity to play live a dream of playing professional baseball. The same thing.
The media. This is the part people don't.
Yeah.
Okay? The media made a problem with it. Tim Tebow never went and said, "Let me sell out every stadium that I'm going to."
Oh, they did.
But he did. But here's the part though. We hate guys like Domingo Germán for beating up on a domestic violence. Bad human being. Okay.
Yes.
We're judging them. But then here's Tim Tebow, who has lived a very nice life, no controversy, and is out there inspiring kids. But we hate him also.
No, exactly.
So we don't want.
People are never happy. The only thing is that is that kind of obviously there's a guy that Tebow was taking his spot. That is probably.
By the way, someone took his spot in the NFL because he was never given a shot.
Correct.
Heisman Trophy. People talk about Kaepernick. No one talks about Tim Tebow never got a shot.
Exactly. So, well, hey, let's not forget Tim Tebow took the Broncos to the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. But at one point they said you're not good enough to play in this league. So somebody took his position in football.
Yeah.
So wants to talk about there's nobody else in college football that was more impactful for that national football team, Heisman winner. So you're talking about they didn't give him a shot in football.
I don't know. Yeah, well, I don't know about football too much, but the best athlete or the best guy I ever seen in my era, in my eyes, is the guy just win the Super Bowl a couple days ago, last week.
Mahomes? For sure.
No.
Mahomes.
Poor Mahomes. Mahomes was throwing ball like shortstop.
By the way, Mahomes right now, if he wanted to play baseball, I'm not saying he'll make it to the big leagues, but he could be in my only team.
Oh, yeah. That's easy. By the way, he might better than a lot of guys because he grew up in baseball.
No, but I'm saying
he's a guy, Brady.
Tom Brady.
Oh, my God. People compare her with this, with that. I said, I don't know, man.
He's 40-something years old.
No, besides that, what is he doing in the sport? I don't know much about football.
It's unbelievable.
This guy is amazing.
Anything you do over 40, even going to the bathroom.
I tell you what, why you don't go home and retire? You can retire in the top.
If I was time, I would retire time. But again, Tim
God.
Tebow, we're obviously, people were making a joke and basically retired. People were mad. But again, you know what? A guy who's inspiring kids to live their life the right way. Again, he is a human being. He can make mistakes. But a guy that has been influential, he was playing minor league baseball.
Yeah,
we make a minor league. MJ. Hold on, MJ played baseball. MJ number one. People say that he was playing baseball. He was suspended from the NBA. Okay, wasn't very good at it, and everyone's like, he to the big leagues.
No,
Have you seen that swing? Horrible.
No.
I've seen Tim Tebow's a better baseball player than Michael.
Yes.
And on that note, that minor league baseball is also back.
It's back, baby.
So that's great for all the kids.
That's not good for the guys that were going to be on the verge of being on the practice squad. Now they're going to AAA.
Yeah, that's okay, man.
So it starts in May, and obviously all the affiliates have already come out. But that's a huge
But
news.
can I say something about this? Just like I say about women's sports, we always complain. Minor league baseball, they're closing it, they're doing this. In the town that you live in, okay, and I know that the financial situation is not the same for everybody, go get tickets, go watch them live.
Yeah.
If they're on your local station, go buy their gear. Why? Because that's how you support the teams being able to stay in those minor league
And
towns.
I also saw that the Florida Marlins the Miami Marlins, they're gonna have fans. Derek Jeter already come out and said
But
they're gonna have
more.
I'm gonna say that. He said no,
I
they're gonna allow.
I bet they don't sell out with the new number.
It's 7,000 people.
They won't get it.
I hope that would be embarrassing. They're allowing fans. They're allowing fans, and there's going to be different teams around the league. Depends on the state, or they're going to allow fans in the stadium. So
They should. Everyone has to be careful.
NBA does the same thing.
No, this is for real.
Give away.
If the Marlins don't sell 7,000 tickets,
we're going to be mad about
each game, I'm going to be very upset.
Give away a mask. White Sox. The 13th of the month, Guillén mask. Put the number on it. Put your face on it, Moncada.
And we're going to sign off here. So when are we picking our teams?
We'll do it next week.
All right.
By the way, because now
still teams are getting signed. Guys are getting signed and whatnot.
Yeah. By the way, O'Dorsey. So by the way, if Cleveland, if the Twins don't get O'Dorsey, that probably could be the best move the White Sox made in the offseason. And the Cleveland Indians get O'Dorsey. Only nervous because I picked Cleveland. I picked Cleveland in the Nationals.
I got a lot of money out there, guys.
I put Cleveland in the Nationals way back when. Because everybody talked. Now that the season happened, this was me before we close out. Last year I was like, 60-game season, it matters. It's so much matters. It's everything because I wanted to believe it.
This is a real one.
Now that I see 162, I'm like, yeah, whatever, 60 season. You meant nothing.
This is a real one.
You meant nothing.
This is the one that you go. This is the one that you play and you're like, oh my god, I got 300 bats. You got 300 more to go.
Yeah,
what?
300 more. You didn't have. By the way, they will have played all the games that they have by May.
That takes a toll on your body,
everything,
on your mental state.
Oh, and by the
pitchers,
way, and with COVID. By the way, here's the big difference: more games, spring training, same COVID rules. It's easy staying in for 2 months.
And I saw that the media, the MLB, they're doing what the NBA and the NHL have is.
So there's a tracker.
There's a tracker.
We'll talk more about it next
tracker?
week. So they're tracking social distancing. So like if you're a player and you've been hanging out with only too long, it buzzes.
So
I will put my butt somewhere.
No, so you know what's great about that? And people don't know about this. And good job the company that does it. They track everything. During the shaggy, coaches do not have to do, hey, move, because everyone congregates and no one wants to shag balls except like players' sons.
I guarantee you with that.
wait a second. You know, shaggy means something else for all my British fans out there.
Okay, they will get fined by.
That's okay. That somebody will break that.
Well, so next week we're going to talk about picks. We're going to pick who's the first two teams to fight. We're going to pick like who's going to be the best player coming out of this year, who's going to be the biggest bust. We got so many great stories. Like, don't even talk about Trey Mancini's coming back from cancer to the Orioles. Like, so many great stories.
Good. That's awesome.
So a lot of things. So being Guillén, thank you so much. Happy Friday here on La Vida Baseball. Keep watching us. Stay safe. Wear your mask. And keep watching baseball. Let us know what you're thinking. Always follow us on social media. See you guys. Happy Friday.